ladies, here's another daytime look for you guys. Depending on how light or dark you choose to wear this look, it could be worn at night or during the day. If you like what you see, stay tuned. Alright, so I'm starting off with my Oil of Olay moisturizer. It has an SPF in it, and I love this moisturizer. So I just use a foundation brush to apply it all over my face, and then just wait for it to dry before applying my Chanel foundation. My color is 100 Soft Honey. I love this foundation. It goes on really smooth. It's full coverage, but it's not cakey like my MAC one used to be. Next, I'm going to apply my clear mascara just to set my eyebrows. I haven't gotten them done recently, so I just use clear mascara to kind of set them in place. Next, I'm going to go in with my eyeshadow base from NYX. I purchased this at a beauty supply store for, I think it was like $5. And it just helps your eyeshadow to not crease, and also allows it to go on smooth and stay on all day. So for this look, I applied it just to my lid. I didn't want it to be any further above the lid itself, so make sure you just use a concealer brush like I did to apply it just to your lid area. Next, just use your finger to rub it out, but just remember to try not to go any higher than your lid. Alright, for the next couple minutes or so, seconds, I went ahead and filled in my eyebrows. I'm using a eyeliner pencil from MAC called Spike, and a spoolie brush just to kind of rub out any harsh lines. And then, as you will see, I will use a concealer from MAC as well, just maybe 1 or 2 shades lighter than my normal skin color, to go ahead and help me clean up the fact that I haven't got my eyebrows done in a while. So it'll help shape my eyebrows, make it as neat as possible. That's what I'm doing right now. If you have questions or need help trying to perfect your eyebrows, I actually did a tutorial on that. So if you're having problems with eyebrows, feel free to check out that video. Hopefully it helps. Okay, so next I'm using MAC's eyeshadow in Espresso, and you could use any dark brown eyeshadow color. Another good one from MAC is Run. That's a good one. Espresso. Just any brown eyeshadow, it doesn't matter. Just don't use anything with sparkles or shimmer in it. For this look, a matte color is probably best. And I just applied this color to right above my lid in the crease, and just in a sweeping motion, like a half a moon. You just trace a half a moon. So right in your crease area, you just use a pointed fluffy brush. Really, most brushes would be fine, but if you have any kind of brush with like a pointed tip, that would probably be best. You could even use a pencil brush for this. And just do the same to the next eye. And just remember to stay away from the lid itself. Leave it bare. Next, I'm going in with Wedge, another color from MAC. You can use Saddle, just any kind of more flesh tone color. For me, as you can see, this one, it matches pretty well. So just find any brown color, and you're just that's going to be a transition color from your espresso into your highlight. So you're going to use the same brush to kind of just overlay right on top of where the espresso meets your skin. And you just go in a left to right sweeping motion, and then use the same brush to kind of create circular motions to buff out any harsh lines. And you want to go upward towards your brow bone, but leave that empty so that you can apply Arena, another white eyeshadow from MAC. And now you can use a pearly color for your eyeshadow. For your highlight. So any pearly white color, Arena or rice paper would be fine. What else? I don't know, there's a bunch. Just pick any white that you have on hand, and you're also going to use the same color on your lid. So using a flat brush, just pack that color, that white pearly color, onto your lid, and then you'll use the same color as your highlight color for your brow bone. I didn't go all the way into my tear duct as much as I could have, so if you want to add some extra highlight right into your tear duct area, you could do that, and that'll look pretty too. Next, I'm using a short shader brush from MAC to go right back into that same pearly white highlight color, and just packing it in right underneath my eyebrow. Usually I use more of a fluffy brush to do this because I like to blend the highlight more with the transition color, but for this look I kind of wanted to keep it separated, and then I just used a blender brush to kind of smooth out the edges without really combining the two colors. And overall, you just want to avoid any harsh lines. You don't really want it to look, very block-ish. You want it to, and what I mean by that is you don't want it to be like one color, then the next color, then the next color. You want to kind of blend it out so that you can't really tell where one starts and one finishes. And that's why you just do those small circular motions to try to blend it out a little bit. Next, I'm using my absolute favorite gel liner. This I got at Ulta, and I want to say it was like $2.99 or $3.99. It's what brand? It's Wet n Wild. Wet n Wild is the brand, and it comes with that brush that I'm using. It actually came with that, and it's a synthetic fiber, real small brush that just works perfectly with that liner, and I absolutely love it. For anybody who hasn't already purchased a gel liner, instead of getting one from MAC and then you having to purchase the brush separately, I would absolutely just cut straight to Ulta and get this one instead. It's going to save you a lot of money. I think the angle brush that I use from MAC to put on my gel liner was like $24 or something. I could be wrong, but I think that's how much it is. And then the eyeliner itself is probably like another $20, versus this, you get both for $4. Definitely a good buy. So here you want to just get it as close to your lash line as possible. And if you choose to wear the wing at the end, then carefully just extend that line and then connect it so that you can have a little bit more of a dramatic look. Depending on if you're wearing this to work or daytime or nighttime, you can make that line more drastic or less drastic, depending on what you're comfortable with. My absolute favorite eyeliner for the waterline is Feline, and I'm so pleased to say that they recently brought it back because it was, taken off the market from MAC. So they put it back on, and if I were you, I would go and purchase 5 of them, just in the event that they choose to stop selling it, because it is the best black eyeliner you will ever buy. Promise. Next, I'm using a mascara to darken my eyelashes, obviously. I don't even want to tell you guys the name of that one because I hate it. I wanted to try it out because it worked really, really good for a friend of mine who suggested I try it, but for some reason, I don't know if I got a bad batch again, because I said the same thing about the last one that I bought from them, but I got a different color last time. So I was hoping and praying that this one would be better, but it's not. I hate them both. So I forever stand by my Zoom Fast Black Lash from MAC. Alright, next I'm using Comfort to bronze my cheeks with a fluffy brush. Then one of my favorite blushes called Margin. I'm going in with a another blush brush just to put as a highlight right above my cheekbone area. I love, love, love that blush. It looks good on just about any skin tone. It's a beautiful color. It's my favorite, one of my favorites. Just adds a really healthy glow. Alright, I'm going in with Prep and Prime from MAC. And really for this look I didn't need it, but I didn't realize that till later. I initially wanted to put lipstick on. I ended up putting gloss, so it's up to you whether or not. It feels good regardless. It conditions your lips a little bit too, so it didn't hurt to have it on. But let that set once you put it on. And then one of my favorite lip glosses from MAC is Spice. Go ahead and apply that. And ladies, you are good to go.